Hi, welcome to What's Your Damage? Nothing but unending professionalism here. We're actually doing a very special side episode, so we'll have our usual cast of characters -1, but +1. That would be Natalie Holt from the Jokes 10 Looks 3 podcast that she co-hosts with her friend Maddie Downs, and she'll be playing
Huxley, tiefling warlock.
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
Oh, you guys looking for a moo cleric?
Don't bother that guy. He's kind of not fun.
What do you mean?
Just go ahead and find out then.
Can you fail this on purpose for me?
I think I can manage that.
The less suspicious this is, the more suspicious it gets.
So, with this group of intrepid adventurers together, you are, of course, in Volton, the Purple Nation, and you are in the capital city of Sagesse. And you are before the Purple Knight, also known as Shalaban. And she goes, a really interesting thing has happened in the town of Taro Ren. The Regent's Keep just up and disappeared, and what appeared there instead, well, it can be best described as sort of like a big top. And
a big top.
Yeah,
like a very large,
like
spinning
a mountain. It's a mountain thing, right? Big top mountain.
I'm going to guess that none of you are as cultured as I am, and that's fine. Let me just explain it to you.
I'm cultured about mountains.
You know what?
That's a certain culture.
You know what? You're totally right.
Big top, round top.
He's a mountain boy.
Yeah.
He is a mountain boy. You are absolutely correct. But what a big top is, it's a sort of attraction for rubes.
Oh, you're familiar
I know
with
that. I've been called that.
You called yourself that.
I did, because I knew what it meant.
And we would just like you guys to investigate that and see what's going on there. Since Sylvester is on his sabbatical, I figured we'd give you some help in the form of Huxley.
Hello.
Hello, Huxley.
Anyway.
Hey.
You seem trustworthy. Join our noble quest.
Well, I don't know if it's noble, but
It rarely is.
but I got a job to do, so I'll do it. What's say is suspicious about this big top?
I think the thing about it is, since it just one day was not there, and then the second day was just there, and completely got rid of the Regent's Keep, that's a little bit interesting. Weirdly, the Regent is fine, but nobody knows where the actual building is. And it's a interesting big top from what we're hearing. It's an interesting structure.
It's a structure, eh?
Yes, it's
Paint me a word picture of this big top.
Picture this: sawdust on the ground,
Oh,
firewalkers
I hate it already.
around the circular expanse of which it has. Lots of neon lights, which are kind of rare in the Red Nation.
Neon lights.
You know how like this, and she points to like a neon light right above her head. It's a black light for her black light posters. Which is like a unicorn, like a binicorn. And she goes, "Yeah, it's kind of like that." She says,
That's what a neon neon light. Now I want a neon cat.
"Oh God." And she goes, "When you guys go there, I would ask you guys to go to the tavern named Time's End. We have a room set up for you." And just investigate this. We don't have any contacts at Taro Ren, but just see what you can find. It shouldn't be too much of a bother.
Okay.
Yeah, seems reasonable. Is got your ball charged up, or did we already use the charge for the day?
No,
It should be charged up.
I mean, I used it to go to the bathroom earlier, so.
Well, I guess you guys are sticking around for a day.
Habits die hard, right?
I mean, it was like the next room over, and I didn't want to get up, so.
Mm-hmm. And that was before or after Shalaban told you once per day?
I was. No, okay, I'll use the ball of travel to. Where's it? The
Taro Ren.
Taro Ren, I say, and I throw the ball against the nearest wall.
And the ball creates a portal.
Whoa! Since when can you do that? I've already seen that. I remember at one point I thought that I was doing this, but now I'm starting to think that maybe I'm less responsible than previously I had thought.
But you're doing so
mean-
good, buddy.
I don't
You are
need
still
to.
magical.
Yeah, I don't need to be. It doesn't have to all be me. It's fine. Let's just go. I'm just remarking.
All right. As you guys step through, when you emerge on the other side, what you see ahead of you is what happens when a little town has its big ambitions fail.
Oh.
The cobblestone streets that were laid out by what you can imagine as a city planner who was trying to beautify this town. Those cobblestones have been uprooted by tree roots. And the most interesting feature about this town, besides the giant big top, which is not at all mountain related,
It's a big tent.
Yeah, why didn't she just say it's a
Why
big
didn't you
tent?
say
Yeah.
big tent? I know what a tent
You would
is.
have gotten that immediately.
I mean, it's the biggest tent I've ever seen.
It's
but
pretty big.
yeah, I mean, I could call it a big top. I get it, but tent,
It's the
tent,
top tent.
tent,
It's not
big
just
top
the
tent.
top of it that's big, though. It's the whole
The whole
thing.
thing is
Yeah.
big. The bottom's big. The sides are big. The door's big. The flap, whatever.
So besides that, the most notable feature about this town is that all the buildings here are in a circular pattern. So all the buildings are in like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock, so on and so forth. And the center, where you can surmise that the Regent's Keep was, is now this neon big top.
All right. And we're supposed to go to the Time's End Tavern?
The Times End Inn. And so you see just a bunch of, for lack of a better word, yokels, kind of just ambling.
People.
Yeah, your people.
They love me. Yokels. I mean, hi.
Locals. Yeah.
Was waving at him.
And they're all just kind of ambling by and like they're looking at this neon top just with a sort of wonder in their face. Like this is completely new to them, and since it doesn't seem to be at all hostile, it seems pretty cool.
It's someone who's passing by to be like, hey, if anyone's gone into that thing yet?
Oh yeah, we actually they've been running a lot of games there recently. Lots of entertainment. Yeah, it's just it's actually been really good for our tourism because people have heard that this magical big top, thank you, they say, has suddenly appeared and people just want to kind of have fun. There's like this special little thing that only like special people can go into, but like hopefully I'm one of them,
How special? What special thing? Tell me more about the special thing. I might want to go too.
Well, it seems like they're waiting for the right people to show up, but like you see the structure and she points to it, and you see like the main area, and on the outside of the main area like is where you can see games, right? Like you see a giant strength contest thing and stuff like that. And she points to the sign. You see the name, and you see the name is called Cardinal's End, and
Lots of ends.
and actually. The fun thing about that is it's like an anthropomorphic cardinal blushing is like the imprimatur on this.
Oh, that kind of end.
Wink. And
Like a hind end.
and so
Like the butt of a bird.
and she
Nothing gets past this one.
and so
Pretty observant, and I'm taking notes. Mental notes.
And also notes.
and she goes, the master of ceremonies has a drawing, and he pulls out these artifacts that tells you that you're chosen. It changes every time, but it has nothing related to me has come out of that sweet bag. So
So chosen for what? Do people come back?
The first batch went in yesterday, and I haven't seen them. Like, I'm not my brother's keeper,
Well, so you thought there's nothing suspicious about everything's fine and dandy, and then people are disappearing?
All it is that there's a tent and the big top, and there's a special section of it, and only the important people can go into that section of the tent.
And never to
Why?
return.
Why are you calling an important person a bird's butt?
This one's got a fair point. Hux, good thinking.
It's that kind of thing where you call a big guy tiny. It's to keep away the riffraff.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Because if it was like VIPs, it'd be everybody
just
thinks
do?
they're
Just-
important, but only real important
Did
people
you
would
just
say
do-
you can
Those are
call
almost
me
an
a bird butt.
abbreviation for a very VIP, very important
Person.
that can go in there, right?
Sure.
VIBB.
VIB,
Very important
very
bird's
important
butt.
bird butt.
And she goes, okay, bye now. And she walks away.
We have got to get into that bird butt section.
We've got to get better at interacting with people, I think.
I think we got everything out of it. What is it? I can see the tent from here.
Let's go to the tavern.
Yeah,
Check
the
it out,
time's in.
and,
Okay, as you walk towards the tavern, like you do see, in a very, what was once a very nice script, I think like Coca-Cola script, saying the name Time's End, but now the script is looks a little bit weathered. All that you see is MEND.
Mend.
Yeah, that'd be a good approximation of it. And you also see connected to MEND or Mend is a what looks like a little tavern called the While Away. So,
We're supposed to go to one of these, right?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to go to the Mend.
Town's got a lot of whimsical names.
It does have a lot
Very
of
whimsical.
everything. It
It's like
seems like.
suspiciously whimsical.
No, it's kind of standard. We've had a lot of
Oh,
very
that's true.
silly names for
That's a good
things. Yeah, I'm kind of used to it now.
okay, when you enter the inn, you see one man behind the counter. You can see that there is about 3 different clocks all around. They are all set to various times.
They say like London, Seattle, Paris.
Yeah, it's London question mark, London question mark, question mark. And yeah, he's just behind the counter, and he sees you 4 approach, and he goes, well, howdy, welcome to Taro Ren. How can I help you?
Yeah.
How can you help us?
What was the lady's name?
Shalavan?
Shalavan.
So,
Yeah. She set us up with some rooms, right? Or room?
Yeah, she did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I was right here. How was I not paying attention to any of this?
We have a reservation.
Shalavan sighs back in. Such as.
1,000 miles away. Shalavan sighs, suddenly tired.
And, okay, yeah, names?
Okat,
Jarks.
Okay.
Huxley, and...
It should be under Shalabin, I think.
Okay,
I
well,
mean, she does know our names. She might
Oh, that's yeah.
yeah, it'd be really interesting.
It'll say Burke the dwarf.
Okay.
have... First name Burke, last name,
First name-
the dwarf.
Yeah, let's not get into that now.
might be Burke T.
Burke T. Dwarf.
Burke T dwarf.
Excellent.
Two F's.
Excellent, he says.
Because
Excellent,
that's an
excellent.
abbreviation, like VIP. That's something I learned about today.
And he's-
No, I've known about.
Excellent, excellent. Love it, he says. And he peeks underneath the his desk and he goes, okay, we have Okat, you are staying in room 202.
202.
Jorix, you are in room 103. Huxley, 203. And Burke the Dwarf. Interesting. We have you actually staying at the tavern.
That
so
sounds
well.
about right. I will be there.
Okay.
Wait, do I have a room or do I just have to hang out?
There is a room adjoining the bar.
What's your name, fella?
I'm Gilvam.
Gilvam. What do you know about the Big Top?
It appeared about 2 days ago, and yeah, it's bringing in some people from Red, getting some tourism. But yeah, it's kind of strange to wake up to suddenly something so whimsical in this normally named town.
Where's the premier staying now? Fella who used to live in the keep. Or
Well,
lady, I suppose. I'm not quite sure.
excellent question. They are actually still staying in their home because their home is still here.
Oh, it was just...
Okay.
What was disappeared then?
Was
The
anyone
government building.
Oh.
was anyone occupying it, or it was offices and whatnot?
Yeah, but they were all found in their homes the next day.
Well,
Hmm.
Sounds like this town got rid of a lot of bureaucracy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, we're
Kind of
kind
a-
of libertarians.
Sounds like you got rid of some government office space
Yeah.
and got a sweet party tent full of bird butts.
And he thinks
Neon lights.
and he thinks about it for a second, and he goes, "Hell yeah, up top."
Yes, people love me here. This is gonna be. I like this town.
Yeah, people don't generally seem too upset about the loss of the keep here in the town.
You know, I mean,
From what we've seen. You know anyone who's too upset about it?
like there's some people in the library, but they're old fuddy-duddies, you know.
Was there anything in the keep that of any importance that's now gone?
Alright. I mean, it's kind of seeming like we should just leave well
Yeah,
alone.
seems like this is all right.
That's true. Keeps usually keep things
Yeah.
Yeah,
inside.
I mean, like just paperwork or whatnot. I mean, also taxes, I guess. I mean, that's where our money was kept. But funnily enough, the
So your town isn't known for like some super valuable artifact that just happened to go missing, Ocean's 11 style.
no, he says.
The less suspicious this is, the more suspicious it gets. Gotta say.
So, what do you think's going on? With any ideas? I've heard people go in and then they just don't get seen again.
I mean, like,
Well, some people went in yesterday, is what we've heard. And then
And it's so
haven't been
much
seen
fun. They
yet.
probably just hang out for a while, and then the next day they go home.
Who's running it? Who runs the big top?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
are the?
oh, you want to know who the master of ceremonies is?
Yes.
Well, we don't know their names. They wear masks, but
Oh.
she seems like a really cool person.
Do they go by like a persona,
That's
an
she
alias?
now.
No, she wears a cardinal mask.
What color is her hair?
Cool.
I can't see because she has a mask on.
A mask that covers
Full head
her
mask. It's a thing.
Like a cardinal head.
Like
Yeah,
a
the
gimp
cardinal
mask?
It's like a cardinal
Don't know
mask,
what that
like
is.
like
No.
She's a MC. Though.
Yeah.
She's a
What's that?
master of ceremonies.
Oh, man, with the abbreviations. Huxley.
She's,
Do you just do this all day?
don't got time to waste. Gotta cut out the words.
Can't be saying all those syllables.
Man, it's just gonna like save me so much time.
Like I say, AE, abbreviate everything.
That's good. See, now I know that's those three mean, and then eventually you'll be able to stop explaining what each of them are.
And eventually you're going to suffer from TMA.
And then behind you, you see some people who don't look like they come from this town. Like behind you, just like kind of like
Milling.
Can we check in, please?
Yeah, here. Sorry, let's get out of the way. I am going to my room.
And he goes, "Absolutely, have a good time."
I'm just gonna go change real quick and have a beer or something.
That's what rooms are for, he says.
I just want to
after
go
that-
close the door and then turn the lights on and turn it off. Jump on the bed.
So she'll go get geared up, meet back in the tavern. Go
Sure.
for-
Yeah, sounds
Meet
good.
back in
Go for an adventure.
15, 20?
Yeah. I mean, we're
How
so
much time
tired
is
after
it?
that
So,
long
like, can
trip
we-
through the door.
Can we like check in? Would that be okay?
No, we're not done talking about it.
We're deciding whether we're gonna let you through. And nice to meet you. I'm Burke the dwarf. You're common folk, I assume. You might have heard of me. I'm a mountain boy.
At this point, Burke's sort of like trying to usher the group aside a little bit. Give some space to the counter. No, you guys are fantastic. It's great. Yeah, here for Burke the dwarf.
Yes.
He's clapping with one. You can't clap with one hand and push Burke down. So he's clapping with like a shoulder into Burke.
He's snapping.
Yes.
I'll be in the tavern next door.
All right, I guess I'll go check out my room.
All right, Okot, as you enter your room, you see that it is just a room. It is nice. There is a double bed. Looks like it might be good for bouncing. You can tell.
I bounce on it. Of course I do.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Yes! That is 22 points of bounce.
Fuck.
I
Yeah.
bounce so good.
You, I guess you're better at jumping than Michael Jordan. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, what's in my room?
In your room, it looks like there is a picture of a thin young man with glasses on. It looks like the surrounding area you can match to, like, this town.
Okay. So no one I would recognize then. Someone probably of the town from the past. Okay.
His name is Dorian.
Yeah, is there a subtitle beneath the portrait saying?
It says in memory of.
Okay.
But no name. They did a bad job with that. In memory of... fuck it.
Well, they probably know the face of the person.
I forgot his name.
When you do engraving, you pay by the letter.
And this town's been pretty poor.
Yeah.
In less than 3 MRM.
Yeah, I could use some more of those acronyms.
We should have abbreviated all of it. But then we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Even what it
It would
says.
just say like ILMODG.
God, you guys are too good at this. Is it just always the first letter?
Burke ears, ding, 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 ding.
It must be.
We figured it out.
Natalie, are you checking out your room?
Yeah.
Okay. You find in your bedside stand what looks like a torn book. And the only thing that you can read from it is "Of the Sky."
Is that the cover, or that's
Yeah,
like part
on
of a book?
It looks like the only thing that's legible on this, the book is water damaged quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So, like all the inks run together. And the only thing that you can make out is from the cover that's been torn, and it says "Of the Sky."
Toss in my bag. Never
Mine
know.
now.
And Brick the Dwarf,
I'm in the bar.
as you enter the While Away, you see a young woman behind the counter, cleaning glasses like I just imagine everybody who works at a bar does. And you see a young man reading a book. The young woman sees you and she goes, "Oh, would you like a drink?"
I would like a drink. Thank you.
Okay.
What do you have?
We have ale, beer, and what I like to call bale. Beer ale.
Is that beer and ale mixed together?
Ding, ding, ding.
Really smart today.
I can tell that you're smart every day, she says.
Well, that's don't know me very well.
She hits her tip jar a little bit.
Fair enough. Plunk down a
Gold piece.
no.
She goes.
Oh.
She sees you put in a gold piece. She's like, "I can get more compliments to get that gold piece."
You can give me more compliments, I guess, and then we'll see. I haven't even had my drink yet. You just told me what drinks there are.
And she goes, "Haven't you though?" And you look in your hand and you see an empty glass.
Oh, while away the hours. I'll have another bill.
And she pours you another one. And she goes, "I can tell that you'd be really good at the strength contest.
I'm so good at strength.
Not like this guy over here. He tried it yesterday. They said he called him a dumpling, is what they called him.
Like a soup thing. Like one of those doughs.
Yeah,
Like a dough.
like he's a
I
real
know.
dough, is what he
Yeah,
is. She
I-
says.
That's okay. Not everyone has to be strong. Some people's heads are strong. Head's strong.
He looks at you when you say that, and he puts his book to cover his face.
That's all. You could you do a little strength training. You pick up things, and you put them down, and then you pick them up, and then you put them down, pick them up. It gets easier.
And he goes, "I think that's why I don't strength train, so that I can get away from boring repetition like that and people who only talk about boring things like that."
Well, you could read and lift things at the same time. Okay, it's not a one or the other. I say to the monitor, this guy is kind of a downer.
Yeah, he really is. He's part of a... Well, nah, I shouldn't talk about it, she says.
Come on, I give you a tip already.
She goes, "Give me another one and I'll talk."
Okay, fine.
And she goes, "Gold piece."
All right, fine. 1 gold piece.
And she goes, "Yeah, he's part of the librarians here, and they are really trying to bring back stuff that we don't really need to talk about," she says.
Books, right?
"Yeah, exactly," she says. And she laughs at that joke so loud and long. "You're a funny one."
I hate books.
I
I'm
love
just kidding.
And she goes, "I love dwarves."
Oh man, most people don't really like dwarves that I've come across.
Yeah,
so.
screw books, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he that guy? Is
He
hiding behind his book or?
When she says that, he sighs loudly, and he moves away from the bar to a seat by the window.
Why doesn't he go read in the dang library if it's, doesn't want to talk to anyone? And...
Because he can't get drunk in the library, she says.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. So you can drink and read, but you can't lift and read? No, that's fine. But you see, you hold the book with one hand, and then the heavy thing with the other hand, whatever it might be. And then you switch partway through. I'm trying to help you.
Do you guys come in with him saying all this?
Nah. Okay. I'm just gonna see how this plays out. I will come down and find.
Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did roll really high on my acrobatics, so.
So she was bouncing a lot.
That was a lot.
Actually,
bouncing.
you can actually hear from above, from underneath, like bong bong.
Yeah, I'm trying to read one of those clever sister novels, and I'm just like looking up, like, God damn it, that's Okad, isn't it?
Dust filtering down from the ceiling.
You hear from the bottom of your oh God!
I'm almost done. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay.
Okay, so as you guys walk into the bar and you see Break the Dwarf on, how many do you want to say you've had?
I can't remember now.
That's how good the bale is, she says.
I guess. Yeah, it's good.
And you see like 4 empty glasses next to him.
I guess this many, but I don't know how many she's cleaned.
Okay,
Okay.
You guys see that? You see a young man with a book by the window, sipping slowly.
What's the name of the book?
You'll have to get close to him to see it.
Oof, don't bother that guy. He's kind of not fun.
What do you mean?
Just go ahead and find out then.
Really great warning.
What did he do to you, Burke?
I said everything. He's not fun. That's all.
I go sit on a chair, backwards,
Hey, buddy.
stick a burnt matchstick in my mouth, and
And
friend over there says you're not much fun.
he goes, well, your friend over there is a little bit dumb.
That's fair.
Introduce myself, say, what's your name?
Young.
Young?
Mm-hmm.
Young, what are you reading there?
Are you actually interested, or are you just trying to, make conversation?
Isn't that what being interested is?
Fair point, he says. He goes,
I told you.
and he says, it's called Where I End and You Begin.
Oh. Is it about
Philosophy?
romance?
Went
Well,
to,
we have very different takes on what that book means.
you went romance?
Yeah.
And,
Philosophical romance.
and he goes, no, it's not romance. It's by,
It is philosophy. That's right.
It's...
Those are the only 2 options.
It's not history or anything. He goes, it's by Eric Fanthair. Yeah, I've always been a fan of his work, and, a little bit sad about what happened to him, but...
What happened?
And he kind of looks at the bartender who's looking at him now, and he goes, why don't you go to the library and find out?
Oh, so you spent a lot of time at the library?
Yes.
Understand that the folks over there aren't too happy about the tent in town.
Not particularly, no.
Why is that?
Loud
The noise.
complaints.
Yeah. So it's just the noise then that bothers them. It's nothing about the, masks and
And he
disappearance of
Disappearing
an entire building.
It's just noise.
and he looks again at the bartender who looks at him, and he goes, "Yeah, it's just the noise."
Does he seem like he's lying? Because of the bartender.
It seems like that would be the case.
Okay.
And he goes, I'm sorry, what's you?
Yeah, Jork. Sorry to introduce myself, young.
Okay, yeah. You need to know if there's a librarian that you need to talk to.
Yeah, someone who might, share your views on various things.
While they're having this conversation, I'm going to go flirt with the bartender and try to distract her.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
What's your name?
And she goes, well, my name is Norin. Hi, pleasure to meet
Hi.
you. What's yours?
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Okot. Can I get you a beer, ale, or maybe a bale?
What's your favorite?
Well, your friend over here, and she motions to Burke, the dwarf.
Yeah, I don't care about him. What's your favorite?
Well, she kind of blushes. And she goes, well, my favorite is the bale.
Oh, how one of those.
It's good.
Nobody cares about you, Brick the Dwarf. She says.
I'm still allowed to speak if I want to. Don't care. Ignore me. That's fine.
He goes, no, I'm just kidding, darling. Of course, you can talk all you want, she says.
Hey, all right.
And it seems like she now focuses on Okot and Brick the Dwarf.
I unbutton my top and continue to make small talk as we cut back to Jorts and Young.
And he goes, so, yeah, you would probably want to talk to Twillig.
It's really like, okay. Mm-hmm. Anywhere particular we can find him in the library? Is he, skulking around specific sections?
It's
Or
weird that you would use skulking so quickly. She is
I thought
actually...
you liked words.
Come on, wordsmith.
We can be librarians and walk fully and proudly, She's the head librarian, so she might be in the back.
Okay.
You don't have to go very far to find her.
Gotcha.
We'll find her standing proudly.
Yes.
The festivities at the Cardinal's End kind of begin when nightfall comes, so I'd say you got like about an hour.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And he goes, any more questions? And he raises his book. As you guys deliberate, he just raises the book.
Get the idea.
Let's go talk to the librarians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, you done with what's going on here? I don't want to disrupt anything.
Well, I'm not done with you.
Well, I
be
would
back.
hope not, she says.
I'll be back.
I look forward to it. And she kind of she starts to clean the glass, but she doesn't have a glass in her hand anymore.
I also tip her a gold piece.
Hell yeah, you do.
I'm not a fucking cheapskate like Burke.
I put a gold piece in.
2
Oh
gold
yeah,
pieces,
she has
she
to
says.
talk you into it.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys want to go to the library?
Not really. Maybe there's a book about hitting things.
There you go.
Hard.
Okay.
Really
So
more of a
We walk into
pamphlet.
the library. The big book of hitting things hard.
I broke the door.
It's just real big pictures. There's not a lot of words.
Yeah.
As you pass by, you see just more people kind of ambling. They seem like they're kind of like... This town was very boring before this place showed up. And they are just enjoying it.
Most towns are pretty boring from what I've seen. And having a tent is cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of fun going on.
But yes, of course, let's go to the library.
The least fun place.
There's no games.
No, but each one is a story. It's so exciting. You see, George's eyes light. Before I said, is this like a grand library, or is it just do they have 3 books on a shelf?
Okay, so when you get to the library, you can see that the building itself, in its heyday, was a beautiful building, probably stacked to the brim with thousands of volumes. However, when the 4 of you enter, you can see that has been reduced to about 3 shelves.
Okay, so as Jorx is saying the beauty of libraries, he walks in and
He
then
just does a little spin. Each one is a different story.
look at the majesty behind me. Oh.
So where's the true crime section?
And you can actually see that
it's just one book.
the true crime section is actually 1 full shelf of books here. You can see that the next largest section of books is the philosophy section, which is about a quarter of a bookshelf. And then every other genre that you can think of has about maybe 3 books on one shelf.
I look for the poetry section.
There's a surprising amount of poetry books. And also Russian literature. Win. So, you go to the true crime section.
Yeah.
They do. I'm leafing through the library looking for Pablo Neruda.
Hell yeah, you are.
I'm going back to that bar.
Oh, God.
20 love poems and a song of despair. You find that, and
Yes.
I try to find a stack of books and I'm just picking it up.
One of those books is the big book of lifting things.
I'm just lifting it over my head. See?
Well, that's one use for books.
Right? That's
I mean,
good.
And okay, look, you're getting into the spirit poetry. That's good.
Yeah, poetry.
Wait, what are you going to use that poetry for? Oh God.
Something nefarious.
She just grins.
Oh God, no.
What's the matter? You some kind of book boy? Got a
Prude?
don't think people can use books for ulterior motives.
Well, if she's putting a false light on herself, making the barkeep think she's this. And not
Excuse
not
me?
saying you're not amazing.
Excuse me? What are you trying to say?
I thought maybe you were gonna steal a poem and try to pass it off as your own.
You should know me better than that, Jorix. I was gonna steal 2 poems.
There it is.
Seriously. This is amateur hour.
So,
It's like you don't even know me.
so as Burke the Dwarf is lifting and unlifting books, and Okot is stealing poems, 2 of you are still on the case. Well, what would you like to do?
I don't know if you want to
Yeah.
find that librarian.
I'll go to the back and search out Twilly.
You can see what looks like an elderly elven woman standing very proudly.
Nice. I sort of knock on the door. Hello?
And she goes, "Oh, yes, come in, dear.
Hey. Nice to meet you. I'm Jorix.
Pleasure. I'm Twillig."
Oh, nice. I actually heard your name from a lovely fellow at the bar, Young.
"Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Good," she says, and she smiles, like, tightly. And
Yes.
she goes, "What can I help you with? Besides Young, you're the first visitors we've had in a dog's age."
Yeah, I imagine since that tent went up, not many people are interested in books.
From your lips to Paylor's ears, my man.
So when we were in the bar, we're talking with Young, and he was sort of being a bit sheepish about his thoughts on the tent and the librarian's thoughts as a whole. And thinking he was sort of like making some eyes towards the bartender.
Oh, okay. Well, he's what's known in these parts as and she looks around, conspiracy theorist. And not all conspiracies are crazy, she says.
Jorx like looks at her confusingly for a second, and then it sort of catches on. They all like sort of have their way. Like some are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would suggest if you want to consider this, I would suggest you find, first off, a book called Where I End and You Begin by Erig Fanthair. And I also suggest you find The Butcher from Boulder.
Oh, okay. Can you point me out to the sections they might be in?
And so she opens the door and she sees Huxley there, and she goes, I would go for the Butcher from Boulder. I would go where that young woman is, and for the Where I End and You Begin, I would go to the philosophy section.
Okay.
If you want me to look for you, I can do that because I am a librarian.
Yeah. I mean, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
You look very busy standing proudly like that, but
It takes up most of my day, she says. So she can assist one of you and give you advantage on the check. Who should she help? Jorix, do you want to try to find Where I End and You Begin?
yes. I am going to tap in my
We know where a
knowledge-
copy of it is. We should just go shake that guy down.
I know, right? I was like, let's just go bully Young some more. That was fun.
Tapping into my knowledge of ages, I am now proficient in investigation. And it doesn't
Aw.
help. 6.
She sees you like say all this stuff about like somebody in the Rock of Ages or whatever, and she goes, nice, and then she just reaches over, yoink, and she gives it to you.
Faster, way faster. Good idea.
All right, she goes, actually, I have to get back to work. Where
Standing proudly.
I'll be standing very proudly. So good luck, and has the dwarf just been lifting the books the entire
Yep, the
time?
whole time.
You're very strong, she says.
I know I'm getting stronger every day.
Well, just don't damage the books, she says.
I'll put it down. I'm tired.
And as you guys look out the
Like that.
window,
Don't like
you see
that.
that night has fallen.
Hey, let's go do the thing. Huh? Let's go play carnival games.
Works for me.
As you step out the building and you are at 3 o'clock, you can see that the entrance to the Cardinal's End is at 6 o'clock. We'll just fast track you there. And you can see that people are fucking...
Lining up
They are...
outside just to get down.
Yeah, and actually, there is a crush of people. For this small town, which maybe has a population of like 150, it's easily doubled.
Yeah.
And you see a tall, thin figure in a cardinal mask on top of a stage
With no hair, apparently.
because it's in a mask.
How can it be? It's on the back of their head.
It's
you
a
know
full-
that hair is on the
it's
back
a-
of people's
it's
heads.
a full mask.
Like a mascot head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not a mask.
That is a mask.
Totally a mask.
But it's so much more than a mask.
Yeah, it's
A mask goes on the front of your face.
it's a mask plus. It's a DLC. New mask plus.
Okay, fine. Just not imagining what you're imagining. That's all.
I was just picturing like Woody Woodpecker head. I was completely picturing a mascot head.
You see a thin figure in a cardinal mascot head
No, say mascot head sounds way too dumb.
with no hair peeking out from under the large thing covering their entire head. And they say,
What, do they have it pinned up under there or something? How can it be?
Maybe the hair's short. Maybe
Hey, Burke.
we can.
Look at Okat. See how her hair's all done up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just mocking.
Is this a guessing? Oh, I thought this was a
He's
game.
making fun
See,
of
that's his
it.
fallback. When he
Wanted
gets
to
called
win
out, I
win a
was just...
I was
prize.
just making
I was
fun
just
of
kidding.
Oka.
Didn't know
Yeah.
you were such a mean fella, but I like it.
I can be, when it's okay.
Really busting some
Yeah,
chops.
when it's Oka, he can
Yeah,
really...
she tried to steal from me. The moment we
That
met.
was like so long ago.
Not long enough.
It's been days.
I feel like that was just a week or so ago. Really?
and you see that this figure in the full mask says, welcome one, welcome all. You are, of course, welcome to all of the games available, except for one very special one. Or actually, I should say 3 very special ones. And they produce a bag. And they say, we're going to have our special drawing. You can feel like a murmur as people kind of surge forward. And they go, I don't know what's going to be in here. The bag produces what the bag produces. I am simply a servant of it. So I am going to pull out the items and I am going to announce it. If this has any sort of significance to you, please step forward, she says.
She said she works for that bag.
She works at like,
She reaches her hand in the bag
And gets her paycheck.
and leaves. Goodbye, idiots.
You know, honestly, for a second, I thought he said we could hear a mermaid run through the crowd. So I've been stuck on that for the last 5 minutes.
Murmur. Murmur.
I know,
Got
you
it.
said murmur, but you said mur, and my mind filled in maid, and so it's been a wild night.
And oh god. And so the
So a mermaid runs through the crowd, and then...
flops through the crowd. They reach into the
Hey,
bag.
you don't know which half is the fish.
This is fair.
traditionally, it's the bottom.
I mean, traditionally, but...
Right?
And they pull out a book that says The Clever Sisters, and it is well worn.
And Okat says, oh shit!
And she goes, I think we have a winner. Step
You
up, ma'am.
won! That's not fair!
And
What?
she goes, we have a couple more to go.
Okay.
And she reaches her hand in and she pulls out this interesting looking device. It has like glass over it. And she goes, oh, I can't really tell what a decoder, I think is what this is. Do we have anyone that has a decoder?
Yeah, are there like pictures of like a god around it? Gods
Oh,
around
yes, very much so. Is this you?
it? That'd be me.
Perfect. And she puts it down and she pulls out a doll. And she goes, dolls? Anyone here? Dolls?
Oh yeah.
Kind of generic.
It's a,
I mean,
Porcelain doll?
Very specific to a person who has... Who,
it's the
who has
doll
a
that taught me not to trust people. Be suspicious.
Did it hurt you?
You can see
Yeah,
this.
Did it run off with your sister?
Nah, just they had secrets.
And she goes, then please step up, ma'am. And I think that's it for the bag. And she puts it down.
I'm sorry, buddy.
And then she goes, just kidding. We're fun here. And she pulls out a long fishing rod. And she goes, fishing rod. Anybody fishing rod?
That looks like my fishing rod that I once had because I'm winning too. That's my fishing rod. It has a small engraving on the handle down at the bottom. It says Burke.
T, dwarf?
No, it just says Burke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Burke.
And then it has another name, but it's been scratched out.
And as she...
Did you scratch it, Bert?
I don't want to get into it. It does say Burke though.
And She goes, okay, well, we have our first step. Thank you, everybody. And she motions to the rest of the crowd. Enjoy the rest of the games. We have our 4 winners tonight. And she goes, and she goes, if I could have my compatriots come up here. And you see a rather tall, thin figure with an octopus mask.
Before, as we walk over, just to make sure we're all on the same level, this is suspicious.
It's
Yeah.
We all got
It just
got
happened.
picked.
Yeah, the 4 of us who walked in together got
If
picked.
it had been like 2 of us or 3
It's
of
almost
us.
like they didn't want to split the party.
Yes.
Or that they're out to get us again.
Also that. There's been a lot of that.
And you see another person come up, and they are in a full-headed mask of a mole. And you see a third, smaller character, maybe about, actually shorter than Burke, in a salamander mask.
Hey guys, I think we can trust the mole.
And the woman has your 4 items, and she goes, now, it's not up to me to tell you where to go. It is up to your items to tell you where to go. And she kind of lays them on the floor. And all of a sudden, you see that book rush right to the man in the octopus mask. And you see the porcelain doll go straight to the smaller figure in the salamander mask. And you see the decoder with the visions of gods on it, and the fishing rod with a name scratched out. Those 2 items go directly to the person in the mole mask, and each of them comes up to you.
It's 2. Alright, fine, whatever.
The,
I'll go hang out with Cthulhu. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the person in the octopus mask bows to you, Okot, and says, well, I think we have a trial for you. It's a fun game. It should be fine, he says.
Is that why you called it a trial?
Yes, it's a trial of fun, he says.
Like a
you won't have to-
mission of leisure.
And yeah, you won't have to try to have fun in this trial of fun, he says. And the smaller person comes up to you, Huxley, and says, oh, looks like I got you. All right, we should have some fun here. And the mole comes up to Jorix and Burke and says in a very quiet tone, yeah, I think you 2 will do. And they walk off. You guys.
Bummer. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Fun over here.
So, as the 4 of you are led off to 3 different directions, let's go with Jorix and Burke. You are taken around to the very back, and the person in the mole mask tells you, now, what you're going to have to do is simply go through 3 rooms, and then go down the 4th room. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what happened to the last people who tried to go through here?
Oh, well, they didn't have the same fun opportunity as you did.
Uh-huh.
But they got through it and they were fine.
So where are they now?
They are in their homes, I imagine.
Okay, like right now? They just came back? Or...
I mean, like this fun opportunity might take a little bit longer than, the rest of the parlor games, but that's because you 2 are very special.
Mm-hmm. I've been told that many times. Often followed by danger.
Oh, well, I can assure you that that's probably something that's happened in the past.
And will it happen this time?
Who's to say? But it is a fun opportunity.
Great.
So, off you go.
You ready, buddy? Turning to Burke.
I'm ready to do it.
Okay, what you see ahead of you is a door. It is neon colored, and it has a handle.
So what do you think? Go through the door?
Turn to them all. Do it through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just like walk into the great wide open. So yeah, go through the door.
Yeah.
Jorix opens the door and...
Okay, what you see ahead of you will astound and amaze you until we cut to Huxley.
Hi.
And the smaller person is walking with you, and he goes, yours is a little bit fun. And well, all these are going to be fun. What am I saying? Can you carry things?
Can you define what you would consider, like, what is fun to you? Is it...
Things that challenge me and make me better.
Okay, so, like, swimming across a river might be fun.
Yeah.
Type 2 fun.
Okay. So it's very ambiguous. All right. So can I lift something? Is that what you
Hold.
hold? Oh.
Yeah.
Just like, is it very heavy?
Maybe altogether it would weigh about 10 pounds.
You can probably hold that.
Okay, great. And they reach into their cloaks and they pull out 3 raw steaks.
Ah.
And There's a small one, a medium one, and what looks like a brontosaurus rib from the Flintstones. And they go, "You're going to need these."
Well, it's a lot of raw meat.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are observant.
Is it got a paper or something I can put these in?
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to touch them?
You
Mike.
can't. I'm touching them, but if this is too low class for you, I can find a burlap sack.
I mean, it's
Raw meat. It's bloody. Yeah.
it's dirty.
I find it so fun that you call something that's so natural dirty. Anyway, and also beautiful in its own way when you think about it.
okay. I mean, give me the meat.
They hand you the 3 pieces of raw meat, and you see a door with a neon outline. So, like, through there, you're going to have to go through 3 separate trials. Fun trials. And do what you can, they say.
Sounds great. Been the prosecuting witness in a lot of fun trials. So.
And they say, "Oh, just so you know, you're going to need to collect 3 keys. Because once the store closes, it can't open until you get the 3rd key. 2 of them will be in a building, 1 won't be."
Well, all right.
Sound good?
You know what? None of this sounds good, but I'll see you later.
And as you open the door, you hear something. Okay?
Okay.
Cut to Okot. Okot,
Yes.
the person in the octopus mask, is walking with you, and they say, "So, forgive me for making a presumption. However, I think, perhaps I'm being too forward, you seem like somebody who would enjoy drowning someone."
That is too forward.
Well, perhaps this is less presumptuous. You seem like someone who's very good at stealing.
No.
Who are you going to trust, me or your lying eyes, huh? He says.
Uh-huh.
So, your
I don't like this guy.
your fun opportunity is going to be, you see this, and he produces a key, and he goes, "You are going to try to steal this from me. Now, I'm going to go in first, and
I try and yank it out of his hand.
And when you try to do that, you feel something push against you very hard." He goes, "Not yet."
You can't follow me with your trying.
"Yeah, but I can't fault you for your lack of style." And he goes, "So I'm going to go in first, just so you can differentiate me. I'm wearing blue, and
an octopus mask.
that'll become less helpful than you think.
Nah.
Now I can either go in first, or you can go in first, and I can choose a separate impetus. I'm going to guess that because you're the untrusting kind, I should go in first."
Yes.
Okay. And he goes, "You're going to have to steal from me 3 times."
Okay.
And so he goes through the door, and you see your door open up.
Okay.
And you walk through?
I roll stealth and then I walk through.
Sounds good. Roll stealth. Not good, huh?
That's a 1.
You open the door and fall on your face.
Fair. I'm still drunk.
Oh, fair. Burke and Jorix, here's what you see as you open the door. You see a very narrow hallway, able to fit the both of you. However, you would have less than about 3 inches of room on either side, and it is a completely dark hallway. Unfortunately for you, Jorix, this room is so small that you have to stoop.
No.
I can see. Can I see all the way down it? in the hall?
Actually, it's completely dark.
Right? I have dark vision.
Yeah, but this is not the type of dark that lets you see. This
It's
is
so
a
dark.
magical darkness.
It's a magical darkness.
So can you see anything up ahead, Burke?
No, and usually that's not a thing that happens. So,
So I mean I could try to light a torch, but I feel like
do it.
okay. I try laying a torch.
Even though you can feel its warmth, you do not see any light.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna maybe happen. I
And
think you're dealing with a magical darkness.
And what
It's
you
part of the game.
and you hear a voice from behind you say, "You guys have 2 different tasks. Burke the dwarf, your task is to not lose your mind and run out of here. Jorix, your task is to aid him."
So
I'm gonna go in first, but stay with me. Stay close.
sounds good.
And if I have to come back out, no, actually, maybe you go first, because if I have to go back out, then I don't want to have to you to be in the way. That makes me feel more closed in. So you go. You want to go first?
I mean, but if I'm standing behind you and you start to run, then maybe I can slow you down. Jork says unconvincingly.
No, but you standing behind me makes me feel more trapped.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Laura,
How about I get a rope out and tie it around my waist. Tie this around your waist too, so that way I know if you're terrified of running away from me.
no, that makes me feel like if you were stuck in the thing in there, and then I tried to run, I would not be able to escape. It makes me feel more trapped. Yeah, don't tie something around me right now.
Okay.
Get that, put it away.
I'm
fine.
I wish I had
now.
a bell. Like, put a bell on you so I can...
I think I'm okay. I just need encouragement.
Okay, so
How long it just keeps going?
yeah, as far as you can tell, as you guys go down this, and you can see that Burke is a little bit uncomfortable.
Don't mind the tiniest room. It's okay.
You find as you go down this magical darkness, all of a sudden a neon emblazoned door lights up in front of you, and you can see that this door now is about 3/4 the size of Burke the dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, so this one's gonna be a little smaller, Burke, but
Yep.
I'm gonna go there first just so it's okay. Well, you won't be able to see me, but
That's still fine.
yeah. So
If it gets smaller, tell me that it's getting smaller, and then I won't go.
well, you gotta go.
That's okay.
So
So I open up the next door.
Okay, and what you find is that this door is small enough that Jorix, you have to be on your hands and feet, and Burke, you have to put your head down, and then you hear a voice from overhead say, "Now for this one, you guys have to be side by side."
That means something's gonna come and hit us.
Probably not, because that would be too much.
So, do you guys do that?
I guess we have to. Can I go out?
Oh no, once you commit, you can't. I mean, there's one way out, but it'd be
What are
uncomfortable.
these walls made of?
When you touch it, it doesn't feel like a building material. It feels like it's breathing.
Yeah, it's alive. I could probably tear through this if I need to.
So that makes you feel better,
It's
right?
reassuring.
That's what I'm saying out loud that I feel better.
But the other part you didn't.
Yeah, let's keep on
Side by side,
side by side. What can we see?
you can only see darkness.
Only the door? Well, how do I know that I'm beside him? Can I feel
You
him?
can feel him.
Burke, hands!
Are you
Hands,
ticklish?
Burke!
Are you ticklish? It's helping me. It's helping me.
Only because it's helping you.
Okay, now we cut back to Huxley. You hear breathing. And you actually hear a bunch of, excited yips.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have a bunch of four-legged forms, maybe about 30. And you see 5 different doghouses. And you see just the cutest puppies. Just bunches of pups.
Ah.
Oh my god, is Huxley literally going to kick a puppy?
Aww.
So do I see a door? What is it? Is it just kind of like a room or?
So it's a room that's about 30 by 30, narrow where you came in, and then it opens up, and then you can see one small hallway with a neon door that looks like it has a giant lock on it.
And they said one would be in a building or two would be in a building?
2 would be in a building.
Okay. And then one would be outside. So I guess I gotta go towards us, go to the first doghouse. Damn it. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to number 1.
Yeah. Carefully stepping over the puppies.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Okay. 11, 15.
You see written on this doghouse, 7 times 3 minus 15.
Okay. Alright. Go. So is that on the inside or the outside or?
It's on the inside, so you looked in and you
Oh,
see
okay.
that written.
Alright. Go to the next one.
Make me an investigation check.
13.
You do not see anything here, but you do
Okay.
see a bee.
Like a physical buzzing bee?
Letter B, sorry.
Oh, okay.
You see a letter B.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll keep checking dog houses.
Okay.
And keep rolling investigation as I go. 1.
There is a mother dog in this third one.
Ooh.
And in the third doghouse, you see nothing.
Okay.
Except that mother dog.
Okay. I got a 19 on investigation on the fourth one.
Okay, fourth one, you see a dog bowl.
Is it empty?
Looks like there's water and maybe something shimmering in that water.
Ooh. Alright. I'll reach in.
And when you reach in, you feel a key.
Yeah! Cool. Alright, one key down.
All right. So do you go through the next door?
So third, I didn't see anything. Yeah. So this is the last one, right?
Yep.
So. 7.
You see what looks like a very torn up copy of lore.
Of what?
Lore. It just looks like lore from this world.
Oh, okay.
And maybe given a hint to something, but you can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
Because the puppies have just destroyed it. Because they're cute and inquisitive.
Alright. So, and they said I would need 3 keys to get out of here? This
3
area?
keys altogether.
Or just total? Oh, okay. So maybe I'll go see if I can get out of here with this one key.
Okay, so you go to that door and you unlock it, and yes, you are in the second room.
Whew.
And you hear a lot more dogs. And these do not seem nearly as friendly as the puppies.
Oh, no.
Switch to Okot.
Alright.
Okot, after stumbling through the door, as you tried to stealth, you find yourself in a room that is well lit, and it appears to have a cobblestone pathway in which about 7 people are milling about. And it seems they see you, but they start to play their role, which is just chatting and idling by.
Okay.
But they have definitely seen you.
That's kind of a problem for the whole sneaking thing.
Kinda.
Yeah. And the well-lit room and all. So, describe the room. Are there, like...
So you remember the pathway that you came in when you walked to this town? It's kind of like that, but like when it was nice.
Oh, okay. So, not decrepit cobblestones.
Mm-mm.
Trees?
Yes, actually there are a fair amount of trees, and they are well cared for.
Okay.
So what would you like to do? You can see that every person here is wearing an octopus mask.
Okay. What color are they all wearing?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Seems like it should be hard to perceive color. 19.
Boy, you can see that they are all wearing black except for one in blue.
Hey, all right.
And you can see that even though he saw you stumble through, he just goes, and then just proceeds to walk.
Okay. So the goal is to steal the key from him, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to... So I'm going to say I'm still on the ground after having stumbled and, like, fallen to my knees.
Perfect.
And I'm kind of peeking up and getting the lay of the land, right?
Perfect.
I see him roll his eyes at me and mill around. And so I'm going to just sort of, like, take my time getting up while I'm keeping an eye on him until the crowd sort of clears so I have a straight shot at him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to charge him and jump on his chest.
Okay, roll me an attack versus his AC.
Cool. With... I guess not with a weapon, right?
You can.
Yeah, I'll charge him with a dagger in my hand.
All right.
All right, that's a 12.
You try to attack him, and he sidesteps, and you see coming from him 3 magic missiles.
Oh man!
And Okot, you are going to take 10 points of damage.
Good thing I leveled up.
And he goes, you're going to have to try much better than that.
You sound like someone I know. Sure, I'll place it any second. Let me just... I make another grab for the key.
Okay. Try it. Slide a hand.
Cool. 13.
Okay. You, as he's like lecturing you, you go yoink, and you take it.
Yes!
He goes, all right, it's unconventional, but there you go. And then he pulls out.
Stole it fair and square.
He like runs his hands across his chest, and you see the blue like minimizes to just like on the inside of his cloak. He goes, okay, you're going to try to steal it from me again. And he takes out the second key, puts it in.
As he takes it out, I make a grab for it.
Okay, that's a disadvantage.
It's a 16.
Okay, with a 16, you almost get it, but he whirls around. He's like, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, would have. Damn it.
He goes, okay, but second room, good luck.
All right.
All right, cut back to Burke and Jorix.
Am I still tickling? No, I'm starting to freak out, right? Tickle you! I tickle you more!
Does it work?
I'm so glad I'm not in that room.
It's not as fun the second time.
It's okay, Burke. We're gonna get through this. Just keep moving forward and don't think about the...
But what about if we go back?
When you say that, a bright light flashes, and you can see two figures ahead of you, side by side, and it goes back to darkness.
Do they look friendly?
Let's go meet them and find out.
Okay.
Because it's dark now, we can't see if they... Did they look friendly for that second that we saw a flash of light?
You know, if they had like vampire...
They're in a creepy tiny hallway!
That is breathing.
It's breathing! They're probably it's probably just a mirror, and that's just us. Let's just go toward it.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, as you get close to where you think those two people were, another bright flash happens, and you see a figure that was familiar to you, Jorix, and then it disappears. And
Wait,
you are
the
black
same
in the darkness.
spot that the other two
Just
were?
a little bit further ahead.
So they've moved.
Mm-hmm. It moved, yes.
Wait, I thought it was two people
I thought it was-
side
It
by
was.
side, and
It
now
was.
it's just one person, but they're farther ahead. So they're going the same direction we're going.
Mm-hmm. They were looking back at you.
Did they seem nice?
They seemed disinterested.
That's better than that's
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't place them, but I could have swore I recognized one of the faces. But probably something else is just gone crazy. Let's keep moving.
Okay, let's keep going.
You guys do reach the end, and you see that doorway, and now it looks like it is about as big as Burke if he is laying down.
So this is the part of the game where we lay down.
Yeah.
And
Burke, I'm going to try something.
You
It's going to be some magic, and I'm going to ask that you... Can you fail this on purpose for me?
I think I can manage that. Anything that's been asked of me tonight.
So I cast Command on Burke, and the one-word command I give him is Bravery.
Okay, and what does that do?
So it has different effects based on the word. I don't think Bravery has a specific word, so I'm just trying to inspire him to be brave.
Okay, so I'll say, how long does that last?
I think it's a minute, but let me double check. Oh no.
Oh no.
You're going to be brave for 6 seconds, bud.
Run!
You better start this journey right now.
Go! Burke, go!
I'm going through the tiny tunnel!
Okay, as you go through the tiny tunnel, a litany of icy fingers run up and down your spine. So,
It's tickling icy fingers.
but now you are getting Burke Bud all day long, friend.
How's the view?
All right, Huxley, you are in your second room.
Oof.
And what you see here is a room of about 35 dogs, full size. They look very hungry.
Oof.
And they look very, very warily at you who's entering here. And you see in front of you 15 houses.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go to number 6.
Okay, as you approach, these dogs take a very keen interest in you, and you can feel their wet noses brushing against.
So I have like a small piece of meat and then like a huge, and what was the third one?
And like the brontosaurus rib from.
Okay.
A comically large
Yes.
slab of meat.
Yes, thank
Opening
you.
of Flintstones.
I'm gonna I think throw some meat. Yeah.
I don't even know what that euphemism would be.
Meat raffle.
Oh yeah. Throwing meat.
All right, make me an athletics check to see how
Oh.
far you throw it.
Boy, that's not my thing. 13 is my best.
Okay, and I actually rolled to see how the dogs would respond, and they got a natural 20. So you see about 25 have pursued that. So
Okay.
you can tell that you have about You can check one house unabated.
Yeah.
So you want to check 6?
Yeah.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
All right. 9.
All right. You do not see the key here. And those dogs are going to town on that thing.
Okay. Okay, so they're all around this piece of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to throw down calm emotions on that right in the middle of
Oh,
them.
nice.
Okay, smart. They see you like, "Feh," and keep on eating the meat.
Okay.
So what were your clues? You had...
I had 16, I had a B, and then I had there was some torn up lore. So B. I guess that could be 2.
Okay, you go to 2, and make me a deck save.
Oh boy. 6.
Okay. You are splattered with something that has a copper tinge to it when it hits your nose. It has a red color, and you can see that you have blood splattered on you. Not human blood, one assumes. One
Yeah.
hopes. But, very smart play, making them indifferent for that minute. Because, man, do you smell like a tasty treat.
Oh no.
So you now can choose one without them coming after you. But then after that, you were going to have a bunch of dogs just on your tail.
Didn't you look into number
What
6
if I
last
take
time?
off my clothes?
That's where the blood is.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Pretty good.
Can I take off my clothes?
Yes, of course you can. It'll be very fun if you guys all meet up again. Things got weird.
No, we're all gonna die. It's fine. Nobody will know.
Okay. All right. Make me a dex check and see if you can take off all your clothes within that min.
Alright.
I'll put the DC at 10.
Oh good, I rolled an 11.
Okay. You get out of them clothes real quick. You are...
Not the first time I had to get out of blood splattered clothes. In under a minute.
All right. You are down to your skivvies. And what do you do with these bloody clothes?
Throw them in another corner.
Yeah, throw them into the one I already checked or
Give me
something.
an athletics check on that. Well, no, if you're going to just do it to one that you're
Yeah.
nearby. Yeah, I can say that, but you'll have to do it as you run to one more. What are you going to try? What are you going to try to run to?
I'm out of clues. Okay. Maybe I'll go to 15, I guess. That's another number I heard once.
Okay, make me a dex save.
Oh good. Oh, 18, so 20.
Nice.
Wow, great job. As you open the door, you hear a click like a gas canister, and fire shoots right over your head as you duck.
Oh, it's like Home Alone in these dogs.
Okay.
Turns out that was just paint on your clothes.
All right. The dogs have now finished, and they have got their calmed emotions have dropped, and their indifference to you has dropped. But they are very keenly interested in the blood that they smell. So you have. I will give you another chance to figure out which one this is in.
Oh man.
What was it? 7 times 7?
Sometimes 3 minus 15.
Yeah. I mean 7 and 3 are also now numbers I've heard.
And B, right?
And B. B could be 13, I guess, really written poorly. I'll check out 13.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Come on, B. 17, so 21.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum. Okay, you now have found the key.
Woo!
You are able to get to the next door.
It's really hard to open though, because I know it's going to be way worse than the next one. I
Okay.
should have stuck around with the puppies just forever.
Yeah, right?
All right. As you open the door, you feel that the door itself is very warm. We'll cut to
Oh boy.
Oka. If before you had a verdant field and trees and cobblestone, you are now in an area that is much closer together.
I'm sneaking into this room, by the way.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm sorry.
Your DC check for this sneak
Same.
will be 13.
That is an 18.
Okay.
See the thinking power.
As you sneak in, you see that you are confronted with a rather narrow room filled with about 30 people going
Ugh.
one way and the other way. And,
So, like, 2 lines
Yep.
going opposite. Okay.
Yep, and they just keep shuffling like they're almost on like some sort of conveyor belt. The things that you can hide behind are there are pillars around them in multiples of 3, and they are all wearing octopus masks,
Of course.
mascot heads, and they are.
What color's their hair? Talking about their head.
You sound so dumb.
You see that they are all of similar height and weight to what you know as the person that has the key.
Right, so basically they all look more or less identical, and I have to look for the guy with the cloak. Do the pillars go all the way up to the ceiling, or do they stop?
They will go all the way up to the ceiling.
Ah, they always do. Okay.
Yeah, they're columns they support.
It could be decorative.
There could be like a place for me to sit and watch things from on high where I can't be seen, but no, I
Like
wouldn't want the
Assassin's
road
Creed.
to be successful at anything.
You have things to hide behind. You have 6 things to hide behind.
Well, this one's gonna.
You can still climb it and hold on to it.
Yeah, that's true. I tried that before, it didn't work out so good. Okay, I'm going to, I'm going to hide behind one of the pillars.
Got it. Which one? One in the middle, one in the... Because you were closest to the first set odds.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That.
Okay, on left or right?
On the left.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hang out there, and I'm just gonna hide for a while and watch closely and see. Like, I assume as they walk, their cloaks are kind of flapping and
That's a good assumption, yeah.
yeah. So I'm just gonna sit and watch as long as it takes for me to find the guy with the blue splat on his coat.
Okay. So, as
The
you
blue
sit...
spot on his cloak.
Do you... Okay.
Hey, we knew what you meant.
As you watch, you have a good indication that the cloaks would kind of billow open. However, it does not seem that they are billowing open in the right direction. It seems like they are, or in the right area. They are billowing over close to their legs, and you know that his blue splotch was like closer to his chest.
Yeah.
So, it does not look like they are revealing that as they walk. But they are walking mechanically. Do you want to scope out the room?
Sure.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
You look at the room like a normal person would look at the room.
I have an average perception of this room.
It's certainly a room. There are definitely people going back and forth.
Yep, I see all the things that are obvious about this room,
Yep.
and I feel fine.
As you are standing there looking at this totally normal room,
Squatting, thank you.
squat. As you squat, you can see that the pillar behind you is starting to crumble, and the one on the other side is crumbling too.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm going to sneak from the pillar that's crumbling to one that is not.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
11.
Weirdly, you're able to do it despite all this dumb commotion.
Yeah.
So as you walk to the next one, you can see that underneath the areas that they are walking, it's almost like they're on top of a metal grate, and that underneath that metal grate looks to be a fan. A large fan.
That is not currently on.
That is not currently on.
I would like to scope out the room for some sort of switch that might turn on this fan.
Investigate.
Hey! Nope.
Nope.
That's a nope.
You gotta figure it out then. What are you gonna do?
Spin it like a prop.
Can you throw your voice?
Oh god, has no.
Yeah, you do have magic available, and you can use those.
Oh, hang on. I have Mage Hand. I have Mage Hand Legerdemain, which means that I
You
can
use it to...
to pick pockets. Oh, okay. So I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
Basically, what I want to do is use the Mage Hand to like flick people's cloaks aside as they walk by. Not where I'm standing, obviously. But,
Okay.
like, it's just I'm just gonna like it's like just ruffling through their hair and clicking cloaks down the line.
Yeah, is it getting under the mascot hat?
Damn it, I forgot about that.
Okay, so you're setting your ledger domain, and
Uh-huh.
you are just ruffling to see. Got it.
Yeah, it's basically going down the line like, yeah.
All right.
Everyone just feels their shirt grabbed.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
They
say,
don't know where it's coming from.
based on how well you
grab my shirt.
roll right now,
Uh-huh.
will determine how many people don't notice.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Just go for it. If you roll high enough, I'll give you like 5 at a time.
okay. Sounds good.
But if
So
they
it's a-
do notice, they will be alerted.
17.
Okay, that'll do it. You check through these first 5, and you do not see you do not see blue.
Okay.
Okay, want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right.
Just keep rolling it.
Yeah, the check on this one will be you have to get a 15 to get through the next 5 without them being alerted.
Alright. That's a 24.
All right, they are not alerted. All right, you do not see them. You do not see the blue in here. So you've gone through 10 out of the 30.
Ugh. Okay.
Do it again. And I will put it at 15 again.
11.
Boop, boop, boop. You do see the blue. And he is alerted.
Alright.
What do you do to get it from him?
So far, I'm just going to stay hidden
Okay.
and see what action he takes now that he knows that.
Excellent point.
Fucking with him.
What he does, you see 3 magical arrows.
Oh, okay. So he's like prepped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that if you do alert him, he's going to blast you.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay in.
Okay.
Where is he in relation to where I'm hiding?
He has now shifted so that he is on your side, and he is if you were.
And they're still walking.
Yeah.
So he's walking. He just has magic missile prepped.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to wait until he walks past where I am, so his back is to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll just try and I'll use stealth.
Okay.
Just try and like jump in line in step between him and the person behind him. So I'm behind him.
Okay. DC save is going to be 15.
Cool. So that's a total of 10.
He is alerted.
I stab him.
He is going to shoot you first.
Fuck.
That is 13 points of damn.
That is more than I have left.
Boop, 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 boop.
No.
Okay. Okat, you are knocked out. We will shift back to Jorix and Burke. You guys are in this very narrow hallway, which is about as big as Burke the Dwarf on his belly.
His sweet keister.
And once again, you can feel those cold fingers ruffling down your back.
Right on my tuckus.
And what you notice is the small chute that you're in is pointing downwards now. And you are being pulled down.
Oh, good.
That's easier than crawling.
Okay, and as you, Burke, you're the only one that can see this because you're in the front.
It's dark, I can't see anything.
Oh, good point. Well, you see neon blades.
No, I can see that.
Yep, you see neon blades just chopping in a downward motion as you are hurtling towards it.
So, Jorax, I don't want to alarm you back
You
there.
are going too fast to have a calm combo about it.
But there appears to be
Too fast.
some kind of blades.
Duck! I shoot a sacred flame ahead of him.
You shoot the sacred flame. He's going to take some damage because you have to go through that guy because it is that tight.
I'll heal you!
Okay.
I
So-
can take it.
So roll the damage.
Okay.
Just burn the buns, baby.
Toasted buns.
Nice. Max damage, 8.
Okay, 3 of those are going to hit Burke.
I can do it.
You hit the neon blade, and unfortunately, it reflects the flame back
Back at me.
So you take the full 8, Burke the dwarf.
I can do that.
You have 6 seconds to figure out how you're going to get through this blade that is chopping down.
Oh, I'm just going to use my athletics to speed through it. Time it right.
Okay, roll me that.
Yeah, I'm like, just like... I'm gonna Aladdin that shit.
All right, go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
Prince of Persia this beast. 16 plus
7.
5 for athletics, so 21.
You
Nice.
are like a dwarven bullet.
and you just see the buns wriggling so quickly, so fast, still on fire.
It's majestic.
Still on fire from the sacred flame, but I go so quickly that it blows the flames out like a burst.
So, Bert gets through. How does Jorix do it?
I mean, Burke did it so well.
You just gotta go fast.
Yeah,
Quick like a buddy.
I'm gonna try to acrobatically get through because I'm not good at being strong.
Or acrobatic, apparently.
No, or acrobatic. That is a measly 10.
Shunk.
Oof.
It comes down on you,
Good thing you've got a healer with you.
and you take 10 points of damage from it.
Ouch.
You guys tumble further down. You're both of you taking damage. And when you come to the very bottom of this, you are landing in what appears to be a coffin with a body already in it. A body that you would know as your friend Okot.
Oh my god!
And you land on top of her, and the moment that you land on top of her, the coffin door closes. And you can feel yourselves being lowered.
Oh no.
And you hear the mole say, "Well, congratulations. You've reached the third with a +1. I hope you guys can both keep your sanity." And,
Burke, can you get us out of here?
and as you say that, you see studs pop out all around you in the coffin.
Like an Iron Maiden thing? Ooh.
And Huxley, as you enter this door, you can see 16 large hellhounds. They have mouths full of fire and burning.
Well, I don't like them much at all.
So roll me a sanity check
Yeah. Okay.
with your DC going to be 19 on this.
Oh boy, it's not sounding good. Okay, and sanity is wisdom. Is that what it is? Or sorry.
It's just straight up or down.
Oh, okay.
So roll real good.
Nope. That's a 4.
Okay, what you do from here on out will have disadvantage unless you try to make a sanity check and you get a 19 or 20.
Okay.
Okay, so you have 16, and they have noticed the hell out of you. You are in your skivvies, and they're like, that was unexpected.
Do you still have the comically large meat?
I do. They might like that. Are there dog? There are dog houses. They said this one would be outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
You see that each of the hellhounds has a collar.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. I will try to. I will throw out the meat and see if get them to come close, and then I'm going to try to get a couple collars off in a non-violent fashion.
Okay, so throw your athletics.
Oh yeah.
And remember, you do have disadvantage because your mind is not your own.
That's right, and I also do not have good athletics. So I got 2 10s. So
Wow, look at you! All right, you throw it about where you. Not exactly where, but fairly good, so that you can see them, but they aren't
I'd say
too
that's
close.
what any person might throw.
Yeah, any person
Throw it an
might
average distance.
Yeah. Okay, and you can see out of the 16, about 8 come towards the comically large rib cage there.
How many can I get in a 10-foot cube?
These are big things.
Yeah.
You can get 3 of them.
Okay. Alright, shit. I didn't get any clues either. So I don't know. Do any of them look different than another one?
Perhaps wearing a key.
Any of them have like a big key spot on them, or a sign that says the key's on this one.
No, but one does have something on its neck that says, "I'm with dummy." Roll me a perception check.
Okay, and I'm rolling 2 every time.
Yep,
So.
with disadvantage.
Well,
Ooh.
I have a -1. It's a 2.
Okay, you have no idea. You are just losing your mind.
I'm just like, well, here we are.
We're gonna do something. I'll
Okay.
say A, B, and C, and D, right?
Okay.
And you can choose. So I'm gonna put the one with the group
Okay.
behind one of those doors. So you get to pick.
We'll go with Dorsey.
Okay.
And what I want to do is they need to make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Actually, I think these are pretty wise.
Oh,
Damn it. Nope, not these ones.
because of my Fey presence, I cause each creature in it to make a Wisdom save. And they are charmed or frightened. So I will charm them so I can look at their colors.
So the ones behind C seem fairly charmed.
Okay, cool. And check their collars.
You do not find any sort of indication that they have a key.
Okay, so none of these dogs. Well, shoot. Okay.
They are starting to finish with the meat.
Okay. Well, I still got tiny meat.
Yeah, for these giant dogs. Yeah. So we can do this again. You now have A, B, or D.
I'll go for B. Okay, so that's 15.
Okay. You can see that actually one of those dogs does have a key around their neck. Now,
Kill it!
you have to get this. You have to get this key off of him,
Ah, shit.
and you have enough time that if you do this well enough, you can get out of here free and clear. However, if you get this poorly, you will have a grip of hellhounds.
When you're a warlock, everything looks like it should be solved with Eldritch Blast.
Do you still have a small piece of meat you can coerce him with?
But I gotta do, I do that small piece of meat. I'm gonna try to lure that one with the small piece of meat. Can I, try to, specifically target the one that has the...
Okay, yeah. Make me an acrobatics or athletics, whichever one's better for you with disadvantage.
Okay.
We believe in you. You might be the only one that succeeds.
Oh, no. Why? Disadvantage, I rolled a 20 on one. The other one's an 8, so I got a 10.
Okay, you try to lure one, but you lure two.
Okay.
So, it looks like they are about to fight for this meat. And once that happens, maybe hell will break loose.
Okay.
So
Yeah, just blast him.
you are in 0 time. You have to make a quick decision here to figure out how to get this and not die.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my Eldritch Blast, and I'm on the one that doesn't have the key, and I'm going to use my Repelling Blast to push it away so the other dog gets the meat first.
Okay, that's a really smart play. Wow. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Which of you stupid dice is gonna be?
So, 12?
Yeah.
You don't quite hit him all the way, but you are able to get him back about 5 feet.
Yeah.
So your dog is in the front position to get the meat. However, that other dog that you pushed a little bit has eyes for you now, friend. So
okay.
you have got to move because this thing is about to go for you.
Yeah, I want to run and grab that key. How on fire are they?
When they breathe, fire comes out of their mouth.
Okay, but if I hop on this dog to try to get the collar off or whatever to grab the key, the one that's eating,
It's like
is there a fire there?
No, there's no
candle in its mouth.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
fire on them.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this.
I've been so good acrobatically so far. Well, 6.
You try to leap on this dog, but as he goes for the meat that you put out for him, you jump over his neck and land prone in front of the dog that is going for you.
Oh no. And thus the tiefling rodeo was invented.
So what would you like to do? This dog, if you don't move now, this dog is going to take an attack on you.
I'm going to pull out my crossbow and try to shoot the key off it.
Okay, make a ranged attack with disadvantage. Let's do this.
Okay, that's not too bad. 14's the lower one.
Nice.
And so plus 4, so 18.
You are feeling your adrenaline pumping at full speed.
This is kind of fun.
You shoot your crossbow, and you actually nail the key. And the key, attached to your arrow, hits directly on the door that you are trying to exit out of.
Hey.
Hey, let's go running.
Okay, now you were going to make me 2 dex things, and I'm going to see if I catch you on them, okay?
Okay, roll the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 16.
You beat me. You get further away from the hellhound that's targeting you. Next one. Yes, thanks for the foley.
Ooh, okay, that was much worse. That was a 4.
He catches you this second round. And he is going to make an attack on you. And that's a natural 20.
He has disadvantage because I have my protection from evil.
Hey.
He got a 17.
That's still good enough.
So he bites you. You take 10 on piercing,
Ow.
plus 7 fire damage.
Ooh, okay, I'm
Right,
at,
let's round down
I'm
to
at,
3. So 13 altogether.
I'm at 7 points.
Okay, now you have reached the door. This dog is right in front, was right behind you. He took a bite. He threw you towards the door.
Okay.
All right, what would you like to do?
Do I have time to put the key in and run
If
through
you
the
roll dexterously enough,
Okay. All right.
get through this door, girl.
I'm trying. Nope.
Aw,
I rolled a 1 and a 20.
You grab at the key, but miss. However,
My contact fell out.
but as you miss, you tumble down. He bites at you, but he doesn't get a full chunk, so he gets you for 2 piercing damage and 5 fire damage, rounded down. So you take 4 altogether on this.
Still in the game, baby.
You have the key. Unlock this and get through, for Christ.
Do I have to roll dex for it to unlock it?
Your DC for this is 5.
You're like trying to line up.
Yeah,
Under drugs, trying
Hand
to.
is shaking.
Yeah,
Okay. 6.
Girl.
Congratulations! You were able to put a key through a lock. And you stumble through the next door. Okay, back to you guys. You actually hear in your
That's
casket.
scary.
Well, your friend did a marvelous job. Let's see if you 3 can do the same. And you feel yourselves being lowered, minus Okot.
Yeah.
You
Thank
feel
you.
yourselves being lowered into the
coffin.
ground.
What's my sanity state? Because if Jorx was sane enough right now to realize, oh, she's dying.
Yeah,
He'd probably heal
you
her.
are sane enough right now to do something.
Okay, I would heal her then in this moment.
Okay.
Cool.
You are healed for 8.
So, Okot, you wake up to being in the worst possible situation for you. You were just surrounded by people.
Friends.
They.
So, Jarks, this might be a time I want to explain that I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a slight fear of being in small places.
And I have a horrible fear of being buried alive.
That's a really similar fear.
I hate being touched.
And you hear the sound of dirt falling on top of your coffin.
I think that maybe now I have a new fear, and that fear is being buried alive.
Right, it's a pretty shitty fear.
Yeah, I think that everyone should be afraid of that.
You might also want to be afraid of getting stabbed to death by the person you're laying on top of.
Sorry, I can't.
I
There's
know,
nowhere
I
to
know.
go.
I'm just saying, like,
Are you
we're
touching my butt right now?
Are you touching mine?
I'm not trying to.
I'm not trying to either.
Well, it's happening.
Oh, I hate this.
He's got a nice butt.
And you hear that voice say, "Now, if you can simply endure this for another 5 minutes, you've succeeded."
No.
Well,
Jorix, can you unheal me?
Jorx is pounding at the casket.
Oh yeah, everybody just barely died.
Is there any way we could all go to sleep right now?
Wait, I might have. Yes! I have a sleep spell!
Please do
I do it. I don't know what to do. I just took it 5 minutes ago.
roll 5d8s. I think is it 5 or 6d8?
5d8.
Yeah, 5.
5d8. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
We have to go from the lowest hit point,
lowest
so that
to
would be
highest.
you.
Yeah, I'm at 8.
So then that leaves you had 14 altogether. It's
What?
14.
14 total. Yeah, so
Okay.
14 minus 8, that's 7.
Anybody have 6?
Nope.
Well, if I'm the lowest at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just knock yourself out.
For 1 minute.
So suddenly Okot goes very still and calm.
Wait, so I don't get to go to sleep? I can't wait to talk about this later.
Now, both of you roll me a sanity check. And your DCs are 20. Because this is the worst of all worlds for you.
Great. 20.
Are okay! You have fought fear itself.
Hey.
You
Nice.
too have saved.
Nice.
Okay. You feel the dirt coming further down, and you can feel it getting heavier and heavier, like they are actually going to
Hey, buddy.
hit you.
I think what needs to happen is I don't want to have to tickle you, but I think it's the only way that I'm going to get through this. So can I just tickle you a little bit?
You know, if you tickle me, it might distract me. So okay, let's go for it.
Okay, as you guys get into your cuddle puddle pickle, the 5 minutes as Okot sleeps blissfully,
Yes.
you guys get through this, and you can feel the coffin drop. And as it drops, you hit the ground and it bursts. But you guys are free.
I take this moment of respite to cast Prayer of Healing on us all, which will give us back 16.
Hey.
Yeah.
And as you fumble your way through, you see the door open, and you see triumphantly in her skivvies, Huxley.
Wait, am I here in time to get in on this healing prayer? Got a couple chumps.
And the big top closes in on itself, and bureaucracy is restored. The true heroes revealed. Congratulations. Great job, Blaine. You guys were great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.